here we are for the round of 16. Exciting stuff in the World Championships 2019, and spawning few on the right, playing as the US Forces and locking in mechanized is VonIvan.
And in the right side of Kholodny Ferma, we have Mr. PFC, who I've played a lot in the past, but I remember him a lot for his USF gameplay. Sorry, I meant left, not right. He's playing as OKW. He is a Western Front Armies player, primarily, as I remember. Just opening up with a Volks and cool start. Double Jeep, though. I know this is Von's like strat now with mechanized.
Yeah.
Seems pretty effective.
Yeah, I've been trying it out myself a little bit on stream. Just a single Jeep though. Yeah, I'm not VonIvan. I don't have that kind of like vehicle micro like he does. And like it's so powerful. I didn't realize how strong the stats on it are, but it's got long sight range, 45 range on its gun. So it's like more than M20. It's got more damage than M20 at anything but point blank range. It's just actually like a powerhouse in terms of firepower. And VonIvan, yeah, it's taking full advantage of it.
Did you see that rear echelon engagement he just took? He knocked out 2 Stern Pioneer models walking through red cover and retreat with full models. That's quite the trade. Not something you want to have happen to you as an OKW player.
Well, this is where the strategy can falter. You do need 45 munitions. Oh boy, Kubel.
Okay. He's targeting the vehicle and not the crew there, so lucky for Von didn't take that extra damage while he was repairing.
Yeah, what I was meaning to say is this is where the strategy can falter a little bit because, yeah, before you get 45 munitions, they don't have any guns. They're just useful as capping. So I feel like this is PFC taking advantage of that, going aggressive right out of the bat and trying to deny those munitions. Seems to be working out well so far.
Yeah, Von's still a minute out from his first MG upgrade on there.
Yep, he's getting chased
he
away.
Got a fuel cap yet.
No. PFC getting off to a strong start here. Echelon's also getting chased away from the middle.
Second rifleman squad out for Von. Looking to make a little difference here in these engagements. These Jeeps are trying their bestest. Don't want to be these riflemen right here. And forced to retreat, but buying enough time for the second rifleman squad to come in.
Yeah, and Kubel just in there. It's like a sheepdog chasing these OC-51s around.
It's a sheep in wolf's clothing. Once it gets that upgrade.
Ooh, stops the capture. Is VonIvan going to try to get out with the crew though? Maybe.
Von's crazy enough to do it. Yep.
Secures the capture. This grease gun's actually pretty good against the Kubel as well. Ooh, but he's still losing control of his cutoff.
It's with the other Jeep squad as well.
And there we go, Cav Rifleman added to the mix for VonIvan, but he is really struggling for territory control. He is branching out to his opponent's cutoff though, so nice move over there by Von.
Ooh, he's gonna make it.
But yeah, now hitting 45 munitions, now can go for one of those upgrades, but this has been a terrible start for VonIvan. Constantly losing control of his cutoff, having very little resources coming in.
So we got our first squad of Cav Riflemen making their way to the fuel. Prevents that decap of the Volks Grenadiers. I think Von's gonna start stabilizing now. He can't quite... Okay, there we go, he's upgrading. I was thinking he was gonna hop out, repair and upgrade, because if you try to upgrade and then hop out, it's just gonna cancel the upgun, so he didn't elect to do that. He needs to get those things going as quick as possible. PFC's got his SWS out. So Von made a nice little cutoff with his rear echelon while everything was going poorly for him in the south.
Yeah, good moves from Von. They're trying to make a bit of a comeback here after this strong PFC start. But what kind of truck are we going to see from PFC? Is it going to be mechanized? Is it going to be the battle group? Oh, he's going for a Raketen. Very early Raketen.
Is still the go-to, right?
It is.
Especially against mechanized, I would think.
Usually mechanized supplemented with Fallschirmjäger. I think that's what we saw from PFC earlier in the tournament. Ooh. Pretty good damage onto the Sturmpioneers on the way in there. C-51 pulling back. Rifleman forcing back the Kubel in the south, but Kubel pulls back to a nice safe range there to pick them off.
Alright, there we go. Mechanized under construction. Captain out for Von.
Oh, this could be trouble. Here comes the Raketen. That C-51 a little bit low. Oh! Oh boy. But that proved to be a good pickup for PFC. You know, he did delay his tech a little bit to get the Raketen, but it pays dividends right there. Getting the kill on one of those C-51s.
Looks like he's going for the Faust too, just as the SOUS finishes construction. Von is slowly backing up. He needs to get out of there. He doesn't know what other squads come out of the bushes.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Yep, he is playing cautiously with it. Making a dive onto the cutoff though with the captain this time, and he is getting an AA half-track to back this up. Yeah, and he's making a pretty good push, but at the same time PFC jumping on top of his cutoff, so they're trading territory across the map.
A bunch of flashing territories.
I wonder...
on both ends.
Yeah, what's going to be the answer here for PFC? Is he going to go for the Luchs? Yeah, it looks like he is. Sometimes we do see players go straight for the Puma though. And yeah, that generally requires for the US Forces player, you know, they have track can kind of fight off the Luchs, but really needs some AT support, either a couple bazookas or a M1 anti-tank gun. So VonIvan a little bit strapped for manpower at the moment. This could be a while. Yeah, before he can afford that AT gun.
Absolutely. The way Von plays so aggressively, he's always taking bleed, so not having healing on top of that just makes it 10 times worse.
There we go, a half-track makes itself known there, getting things going. Holding out on his opponent's fuel, but he's outgunned here. Eventually he's going to have to retreat.
Pioneers with a shoe mine in the corner.
Oh, Raketen misses the first shot in the south. That looks like it's going to get away safely. Yep, there goes the captain. Oh, Raketen.
It just phased through the Luchs.
Uh-oh, a half-track in some trouble. Squad crawling forwards. Didn't quite get the Faust off, but a half-track out here unsupported.
Oh, is Von really gonna stop? He's gonna get circled.
Yeah.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
He's committed to it half-heartedly, and he's just gonna lose it now.
Oh, it's so close.
No, it's gotta reload the flak. It's gotta reload the flak. There's no way.
Yeah.
And he's gonna lose his rear echelon. Huge loss for Von. Committed to an engagement that isn't in his favor 1v1 unless it gets a full barrage in before the Luchs engages. Not even a rifle grenade or anything. That would have won it if he had a vetted rifleman next to his
Oh boy, what's this C-51 doing? He's going in.
Is he really going for the satchel?
Satchel.
He has the munitions for it too. Fucking Von is always doing this crazy shit.
Okay, retreating. Is he gonna get bombed?
So close.
One
Is there
model.
anything in the retreat path?
I think they're home free. And look at this. The Sturmpioneers go down to a mine or something. Their own mine?
I think so. How did it blow up?
Pack-Howie must
Oh,
have
it's a
been
Pack-Howie.
Pack-Howie
It was a
combining with their
Pack-Howie.
own mind. Stern Pioneers go down, and just like that, VonIvan is back in the game. What a crazy turn of events.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Von is like a RNG snake charmer. Like, he's playing his freaking flute in front of the in front of the jar.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a daring play. He did lose the WC-51 in the process, though, and he has lost his re-echelon too, so a couple good wipes, but still behind in this match overall, I would say.
Our supply
Yeah.
line just got cut off.
Vetri Kubel on the cutoff there. Pack-Howie definitely making itself valuable there. That was a huge pickup, especially with losing your Minesweeper squad.
Yeah, that's a good point. Pack-Howie, I feel like, you know, I feel like it's their X factor these days against the Fallschirmjäger, just being able to sit back, not having to charge in, and just let the Pack-Howie do the heavy lifting really pays off.
Oh yeah, Pack-Howie is just a great RNG cannon. When it hits like big time.
The Americans have cut our supply line.
Looks like PFC replacing those Stern Pioneers as his next unit. Trying to sneak into the retreat path of the captain, potentially. Nope. Is that running head on? And I've been trying to bring the Pack-Howie forwards, get it involved. One send grenade onto the rifles, getting low. Pack-Howie out there, very far forwards.
Fortunately for him, it's just a 3-man bulk squad with no upgrade, so not a big danger as long as he started, which he does. But yeah, the whole map is coming under PFC's control. He's just got the advantage right now.
Yeah.
Clear and cut.
Pretty far into the match now as well, and PFC's going for a second Luchs. So kind of showing how aggressive this match has been. Both players without many resources, cutting each other off constantly. PFC's like, oh yeah, stuff ticking for a medium tank. I feel like a second Luchs is going to be appropriate in this scenario, and I think he's right actually.
Under attack.
Especially with Von going for another half track.
Yeah. Both players having the same idea here, going for an extended light vehicle phase.
Man, this Kubel's already almost Vev 4.
Yeah.
14 kills.
It's again, yeah, it's already got its self-repair now. So,
Oh, is this gonna happen again? The Stormbinders are sitting on their own mine again. It detonates it, but it doesn't kill the squad. Man, you just never learn PFC, huh?
exact same spot.
That SpongeBob meme.
Oh, that looks doing so much damage to the cav rifles there. I'm not even desperate for the victory points though.
Oh yeah, he's playing with fire. How close that Pack-Howie is.
Yeah, on the wrong side of cover, clumped up.
We want to see it.
Half track.
The stream wants to see it. Close.
AT grenade connects with the Luchs.
Look at this captain. He just AFKs. He's almost dead. Oh, and he drops a bar.
Oh. He's trying to kill these Fallschirmjäger. They're super low as well. Trying to get into the retreat path on the road.
He's got to get some kind of trade here.
Oh, heartbreaking. Doesn't get it off. Here comes the Raketin as well. I saw him gearing up for a Faust, but doesn't end up coming through.
He got pinned before it actually finished queuing. Look at this Kubel on the chase.
Yeah, capping VonIvan's lone territory point that's connected. Quite in time. And PFC gonna continue the pressure, go for a Puma to follow this up. But man, Von got the Fallschirmjäger. Maybe he had a chance, but that was overall in PFC's favor, especially when he's got so much of the map under his control already.
Yeah, unfortunately, for Vaughn, he countered that Jeep strat so well. Vaughn was hoping to cheese him out, but he just played the resource game and made it take forever for him to get his first up gun. And even with that, it died shortly after to the Riketten. So, and then I think what really sealed it was Luchs trading into the A half track.
You can never count VonIvan out, so...
True.
Ooh.
We've seen crazier things from Mr. Ivan.
He's gone for a second squad of cav rifles. It's a little bit surprising to me. Oh. A little bit of a split here, trying to get the cutoffs again. Oh, he's just going to be able to get the Kugel, I think.
Yep. Lots of bleed though to take it out.
Oh, Puma going hunting for the A half track. Let's see how this one shakes out. I think that was intact ground through the tree line there.
Do some ring around the rosy here, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a dead half track. He's trying to attack ground there.
Yeah. No escape there for Vaughn. Going for another A half track, just throwing fuel onto the fire here.
I wonder why he never built an M1.
Loses the pack alley too. And, looks like PFC going to go for the kill on that, and VonIvan throws in the towel.
Not a characteristic of Vaughn to concede. Usually plays it to the end, especially with 300 Veeps. But well played by PFC. Counter that strat very well.
Well, here we are for game 2 of this round of 16 World Championship Series. VonIvan going down in game 1, but he's back for revenge. PFC though playing his US forces, starting on the right, and in his loadout is heavy cav, tactical support, and infantry company. Maybe PFC a bit of a fan of the M1919 like myself with US forces.
And in our western spawn, we have Mr. Vaughn as well with Austir. Wasn't expecting that, but I didn't even get a chance to look at his full loadout. He already locked in mechanized assault to get those assault grenadiers. And they're capping up this territory right next to his base sector. Definitely looking for an aggressive opening. Probably going to cut down to this munitions path to the cutoff. Interesting. Got the MG out. And another assault grenadier.
Yeah, well, this tends to be the way. VonIvan has been playing a lot of these assault grenadier starts, and I think this is a good map for a Kholodny Ferma. You can cause a lot of those close range engagements. You don't have to dash across roads or negative cover with perfect sight with them, so you can set up those close range engagements and really shine on a map like Kholodny.
Yeah, you can salute it through the grass and come up real close to a squad, especially this western point of the map. So many bushes and shot blockers you can hide by.
First engagement here, and PFC bringing numbers to the fight. VonIvan though bringing in a second Asgren from the side, turning things around. Right on top of the rifleman here. Good split here from PFC, going both ways, and VonIvan not bringing up his assault grenadiers to assist. Now they're coming a little bit late, and here comes a second rifle squad into the mix. PFC playing this nicely so far. Forced off, but they're still at 4 models, and VonIvan also taking a similar amount of bleed, so pretty well played in the early phases by PFC.
Bad. Not bad at all. He does reveal that MG42 gets his rifleman suppressed on the right side, but does get out of there and is looking for the flank.
Yeah, and he actually forced away VonIvan's Pioneers up there. They got down to 1 model, so things going really well for PFC in the early game, and does sneak just on the edge of the machine gun. And Echelon coming in from the rear, and he gets the retreat. Really good start from PFC once again.
Yeah, it was a bit of a greedy positioning, I think, considering how important that munition house is next to your cutoff. So I think Vaughn maybe, in hindsight, should have taken control of the garrison after suppressing that rifle. He has anywhere, there's no vision, he doesn't know what's coming from the middle VP or even around the corner. So just all those risky decisions Vaughn's been making has not been paying off for him.
It's neutralized on the cutoff, but not for too long. And that's a lot of firepower on his retreat.
We are losing a sector.
I like PFC's utilization of the tank traps for heavy cover. Been really consistent on that. Has it by the munitions, putting up on Vaughn's fuel.
Yeah,
Although
well,
he
he
is
went
gonna
for
get
double
stopped
rear echelons, so you got to make the most of them. Tank traps are really strong, and putting up those tank traps is really important because he has locked in tactical support. He's going to have those M1919s, and they love to sit behind heavy cover.
Ooh, great timing on those Panzer Grenadiers. Catching those riflemen trying to flank the MG through red cover just took almost two models down there. Bunch of health.
So grenades forcing away the riflemen that were in that garrison that you were talking about earlier. And PFC going for a lieutenant first. Interesting choice.
See, I think Vaughn does have battle phase 1. Yep. He's getting his medical bunker
Heavy
up.
truck waiting for deployment.
Cut off that fuel. Great. Good counter harassment. PG's gonna pop up right in the face of those rear echelon. Yep, instant retreat. PFC is definitely paying attention. Backing up with the lieutenant. Don't want to engage Panzer Grenadiers behind that green cover. It looks like Vaughn is setting up for a cutoff lockdown with the MG42. See if he has anything else coming to support. Nope, those are still capping the munitions. Do have another assault grenadier squad there.
And VonIvan is starting to bank up. He's going to look for that mechanized assault group. So he's, if you're wondering why he hasn't built another unit, that's exactly why he really wants that 250 with the P-Greens inside. And that could actually do quite a lot of damage to PFC. He doesn't have much anti-tank. Maybe that's why he went for the lieutenant first. Wants that bazooka to help fend off the 250.
It's a nice arc here for Vaughn. It's a solid retreat path. He goes around, but he shouldn't redeploy here. We can get focus fired right here.
Oh man, he might lose the MG. LT in the retreat.
Not looking good. Yeah, that's most likely dead. He's gonna walk up to a Thompson. Yeah, that's a horrendous loss. Oh, assault grenadier. Oh, he's not paying attention. Lots of damage there. Assault grenadiers.
Yeah, they're going down. Or maybe they're not.
Red cover right here, right? He might block it. He might block it.
Oh, gets home. Wow, that was close. And here comes the squad white half track. Can this wipe the machine gun? Save the day.
Can. Most definitely.
We have a squad here with AT grenades.
No.
No, they just retreat immediately. Can VonIvan get a wipe here? He really needs it. And here comes.
Oh. Vaughn stuck himself on the territory. He could have chased some things down there.
Quad in production. It's about to pop.
Yep. Not enough munitions for Shreks for Vaughn.
The enemy is overrunning
And
one of
no
our
tellers, right? Don't think he ever put one down.
No. So he got a good map control scenario though, so if he can sit on this and get some resources, get some anti-tank cooking, he's gonna need it. But man, what a loss losing the machine gun. It's like you were talking about earlier, it's kind of just greedy stuff with his machine gun positioning, ultimately leading to his downfall so far this match.
Yeah, just super greedy. It's not been paying off. Here we go. PFC playing it safe, conservative, sweeping up, looking around for any dirty tellers.
I can't believe people, like, this is the strategy I was using in the tournament and nobody was using it, like, at all, but maybe PFC's decided it's a good one.
Dude, quad is solid, dude. And then, I'm not sure in your strat, would you get 1919s on your rear echelon as well? Like, they're nothing to joke about once you get those. They can
Yeah,
fight.
so sometimes. Usually,
Once you have everyone else equipped, of course.
yeah.
Also, Calliope can just end the game outright if you're not ready for it.
P-47 refueled and
PFC
standing
pushing
by.
with a lot of his infantry in the north. VonIvan still hasn't got the Shrek, so there you go, starting to upgrade now, but has to play conservatively until then. Look at these Asgrids in the south. Ooh.
Slucky retreats through the back end.
Yeah, away
Definitely a
from
dead
the,
squad if it.
well, actually, they've reworked the retreat path things. You can see where the Asgrids are about to retreat through. They opened up that fence in the last iteration of the map.
Yeah, I see that. Thank God. There we go. Shreks are up in the squad wipe half track. Oh, he's got to be careful with his quad now.
Is now accessible.
Can't have it alone or it will get bursted down.
Yeah, it's a tight matchup between those two. Kind of comes down to the RNG whether the Shreks actually land or not.
Honestly, be careful. He does not want to eat a.
Pretty big burst. Surprised I was even in range there. Must have been right on the edge. Now it's on half health. You kind of need to pull it back for repairs.
Yeah, this part is where the USF crew really comes out ahead in this fight. He can keep engaging, hopping out, and repairing on the spot without any additional squads. But Von's got to pull all the way back to his pioneers
Speaking
and
of,
get the repairs in.
completing the tier 3 tech structure, and VonIvan with quite a decent chunk of fuel, so he's right there for a medium tech. Maybe we could even see a flak panzer at this kind of timing.
Yep. I'd like to see a pro win right now. It'd be awesome.
Now call in Model E assault guns, Commander.
Because that's one of the big benefits of going mechanized assault. VonIvan hasn't had to go for tier 1 or tier 2. It's saved himself a lot of fuel in the process.
We are losing a sector.
Really hope he doesn't. Never mind. He won't do it. He won't get a shoot.
It's right there. He could push the button, but unlikely.
He could push the button. He's going for the safe Panzer 4, it looks like. Only 20 more fuel. Just another minute. PFC's still a minute out from just getting major, so he's pretty far out from getting a Sherman. So Von has plenty of time to make stuff work here.
He's making a
Looks like
play
he's
for the
going
quad. Oh, and they both connect,
hit.
but the squad is there for the AT grenade, so he can't chase in any further. Quad pulls back. PFC pulling back, and VonIvan also making a play in the south, but getting suppressed by the MG42 down there. And he's got another squad of assault grenadiers coming in for the flanks, so just stalling out until that happens. But yeah, things are looking up for VonIvan here. After a bit of a rocky start, losing his machine gun, he's turning things around. He's had pretty good map control, all things considered. And PFC adding a 50 cal to the mix probably needed to be the captain so he could get an anti-tank gun. This is generally what I would do, double officer with this strategy, especially if you've already stolen a machine gun from your opponent. So this is going to leave PFC in a vast hole in terms of anti-tank, and this Panzer IV could do so much damage.
Absolutely, but on the other end, if somehow Von throws the Panzer IV, PFC has a really strong combined arms right now. The only thing he's missing is that heavy anti-tank. There's assault grenades coming out, an easy dodge for PFC, although it takes a huge chunk of damage there for a grenade that wasn't even on top of all the squad members. That was pretty
Hell, is he going to go for an ambulance raid? No.
This is an half track.
What?
They just sat in front of
50 cal?
these armor-piercing round 50 cal.
Yeah.
Right from them. Had an easy job taking it out.
Losing a capture point.
There's a 4 going hard. Trying to destroy this 50. Comes the quad.
Supply line. Frontline units are being
Oh,
hung
no
out to
Shreks. Oh, and they get suppressed before they come off.
It would be a nice pickup for Von to get this 50 cal.
Oh! Tries to get around the
Pioneers,
corner.
Get out of that. The Pioneers got dropped to 3 men.
Yep, but now he's going hunting with the Panzer IV. Quad moving in a unusual direction. Looks like the rifleman coming in to try and regather this machine gun,
Yeah,
but
he needs to be careful that his riflemen are going to run through the Panzer IV with 2 men. And he could throw a bundle nade as well. Yep, he's
Oh,
throwing
yeah.
it on the 50 cal. Oh, they bunch up right at the perfect time.
it was actually really well played by Von as well. He kind of threw it into the retreat path a tiny bit, knowing the timing of it. Oh, here comes some revenge. Got a few bazookas here.
Yeah.
Try and fend off the Panzer IV.
Von just traded his Pioneers to get the 50 cal. Calculated decision there. Instantly queues up a replacement. I didn't get to see what vet they were.
I don't think they had any weapon upgrades, so probably Vet 0.
Yeah, I would trade it for a 50 cal. Just to deny it is huge. Especially with losing an MG42.
Quad still up there, still making a nuisance of itself. Oh, machine
incendiary
gun in the
round.
building. It's in trouble.
Polish it. Get out.
So was that machine gun back the other way. Off on. I think he's playing on tactical map. He doesn't know the health of this inside the building.
It's like 2% HP. He even popped incendiary rounds to fight back against him. PFC's building another 50 cal.
Wow, he's trying to
He's
go.
gonna bleed himself out.
He's trying to go for a lockdown here. But man, this could backfire.
He doesn't have the map to lock down.
Yeah.
It's just it was even for a bit here. Now Von's slightly ahead.
Does have the major out. 50 or so fuel away from a Sherman, but how long is it going to take to accumulate that last 50 fuel? That's the question.
Yeah, you won't know the manpower situation 50 fuel from now. You could just start taking heavy losses. And then have to hold off on reinforcing his squads. He's going
nice
for the attack
round.
round.
Yeah.
It
doesn't have any bonus health. It's just the first P4 shot only grazed it.
Yeah, it was. That's right. Yeah, it was like right on the
A capture point is
tire.
being
It hit the tire, so it took less damage.
One thing I've noticed about VonIvan, he tends not to upgrade the machine gun on his tanks these days. I have no idea why.
He's greedy. He's just a greedy player. We all know Von. He's the greediest player out of all of them.
I think he doesn't go for the machine guns just so he can spam the light artillery barrage, but that's not a trade I personally like. Especially, like, you know, am I working on, like, auto match, I feel, you know, against lower level players and you don't have time to react to the light artillery barrage, but, you know, PFC playing very, very well. I think his reactions are going to be on point for that.
And Von's almost got a second Panzer IV out, and PFC's still our counter out in the field.
Yeah, he's got the bazookas. He's got 4 in total, so that's quite a lot of anti-tank right there.
There's our 6-man upgrade on the Assault Grenadiers. You can see that.
Ooh, good
His
shot.
Panzer IV is getting so many good hits in.
Oh, but here come the bazookas and he has to pull back. That is a lot of damage. He needs to pull them back for repairs at that stage. PFC holding on to his
Popping
fuel.
incendiary.
Oh.
No, it was just reloading. So, you know, but the good thing though about this, against this bazooka spam, is when you have 2 tanks like Von does, you know where you don't want to go. So he can just, as he's doing now, he's fighting on the right side with his other P4. Yeah, not getting the Pinto is so greedy. It really does come down to that, getting the wipe or not getting the wipe.
Looks like he's upgrading it on the second Panzer IV, but
There we
the
go.
first one yet. Ooh. Okay, Quad gets out of there. Here comes Pans
And
4 down the
Sherman's in
middle.
production.
Yep. PFC, he's managed to stall it out, you know.
Still got a uphill fight against 2 Panzer IVs. No M1. Does have his strafe available though. If you don't pay attention to that, it can easily wipe a weapon crew. Von has 2 of them.
Enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. Welcome to the death
I was just waiting for the scatter shot to hit his ambulance. Always got one of those in a tournament, at least once.
Under attack. Tank support is here. Our supply line just got cut off.
Question is, what's Von gonna go for in response to this? You know, of course, he hasn't put down his tier 2, so it's not like he can easily go for an anti-tank gun.
There we go, Von's getting a pinto upgrade on the other one now. Where's the Sherman? Quad takes a bunch of damage there.
Jim coming down the middle. He's smoking out the MG to get things going.
Revealing his Sherman in the process. Von's moving up his vetted P4.
Both P4s coming in
Both
here,
of
but both bazookas and the rear armors explode from this one.
He's gonna get a AT grenade too.
Ooh, one P4 goes down. Horrible play there for Von. He's continuing the assault though. He does have those Shreks down there. He's moving them in, but the 50 cal is there to defend, and the vehicle wreck is blocking the machine gun a little bit for Von.
That was horrible.
Okay, here comes the light artillery barrage.
Oh no, you can't lose these Shreks too.
Von,
please.
retreat. Oh, he does lose the Shreks, and then come the bazookas trying to get some rear armor hits on the Panzer IV.
He gets
Panzer
suppressed.
IV gets the quad. Can he get some of these bazookas on retreat? He does get one squad of the bazookas. Now it's a head-to-head fight, Sherman versus Panzer IV.
Showing his rear armor. It's an RNG war now.
Oh, he bounces! Bounce.
Oh, they both bounce.
But no snares for VonIvan, so
Snares.
can't
Miss.
really chase him down.
He pops
going
bullets.
in.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
What are you doing? There's bazookas right there.
Sherman
Oh,
better
he's
on the
missing
move as
with
well.
this.
Oh boy, this is a clown fiesta.
Dancer fest. Yeah.
Oh,
Misses,
but he gets the
bounces. He gets the
skirts.
skirts.
That can be the X factor. VonIvan's got a whole bunch of machine guns here suppressing the incoming infantry.
Oh my god. This is the saddest engagement I've seen in a while.
So
many misses.
So many misses. Oh my god, the bounce. And VonIvan's like, okay, look, I'm in control of the map for the last like 4 minutes now, so I'll just pull back, sit on my lead, and regather. Don't need to throw the game right here, based on some RNG medium tank engagements. I think that's a fair decision. What an engagement.
You know, if that were me as the USI player, I would have lost 4 Shermans in that time. Every shot would have connected and penetrated.
Oh man. And well, PFC though, he has gone for the captain and he's getting an AT gun finally, so there we go. And the good thing about going for the captain is it's kind of like boosting his infantry forces. He gets a free squad along with that, so even though, you know, he's kind of forced into the side tech, it's actually like just generally quite good for him.
Yeah, it's super versatile. Gives you a lot of options. Hopefully he grabs an M1. Could you imagine in that horrendous RNG fight if one side had an AT gun? It wouldn't have lasted that long. AT gun would have cleaned it up. Or forced the guy to actually back off.
Those ass screens Vet 3 now with the 6-man upgrade as well.
Yeah, 15 kills, both of them up to 6-man. Sherman switches to HE rounds, misses his first shot, M1 is out now. Looks like a 6-pounder now on the unit icon. So yep, Von got his tier 4 up. Blitzes into the fight. Just like he does with his cons, always oorang from the base.
Connects. Bazooka's come around the corner. M1 is there. VonIvan caught off guard. Pulls back though.
Just like that, the AT gun ceases the engagement. Just don't want to mess with that. He's got bazookas hugging his Sherman. Playing it super safe so he can stick on HE. He did switch back to AP there for a second, but
Good
it's
shot
a
from the HE
huge
Sherman.
hit. I think the 50 cal cleaned it up, no? Wow.
Ooh.
Close.
Nice corner just in time. Adrian's could be
Red
next.
cover.
Okay. But Von in control of a huge amount of the map, got the triple cap running, and Tiger coming in very shortly, just needs another 25 fuel.
Just be careful of those piles.
God. Sherman's stacking up the kills now, 14 in quite a short period.
Yeah, almost caught up to the Panzer IV.
Yeah, that's the one that's been on the field, the first one, so... Oh, VonIvan tried to throw a grenade into the door exit, but PFC holds strong inside the building, not falling for Von's tricks. Green's getting some hits in here. VonIvan continuing to approach from the north, but the Sherman is there, and the AT gun zoning out the Panzer IV. Once the Tiger... Oh, okay. I was going to say, once the Tiger hits the field, PFC going to be caught short, but he's going for a second anti-tank gun. And that could actually spell trouble for VonIvan's Panzer IV.
Yeah, double M1. He's got bazookas. He's got enough infantry. He lost that rifleman squad. So he's down to 2. But yeah, big old Panzer 6 is out, so... See how many penetrating shots the M1 can get. With such low munitions, you can't spam AP, so... Or HVAP, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sabot rounds. That's what they call it on the M1. Okay, VonIvan dropping in the light artillery barrage on the team weapons. There's some medium damage to the machine gun there. Tiger pushing in the south, bazookas are there, but they retreat immediately. VonIvan bringing infantry in support. He's on a rampage.
And it's got heavy crush, gonna come right through these bushes. M1 setting up. I think Von's committing to it. Where's the Panzer IV at? Panzer IV is moving up as well. He's taking some big hits though.
Circling around. He's going for the Sherman first. Panzer IV coming in hot. Right down the road.
He's gonna clean this game up right here. One M1 goes down. Sherman goes down. Ambulance is next. I thought. Oh, they comes down.
Looks like the GG push. He's got the bazookas there. Can they do enough damage to stop VonIvan destroying these AT guns? I don't think so. Tiger pulling back. Bazookas on the chase down. Tiger's got pretty sturdy armor though. Oh, and assault grenades.
Ooh. Almost wipes the captain there. Both M1s destroyed completely. Yeah, bazookas are gonna have a tough time to funnel Tiger at that range.
Oh, LT goes down. Re-echelon do get out though.
And
PFC throws in the towel.
Yep. Solid game from Von there. Really made use of that Tiger. Like, first engagement just went for the GG push and cleaned it up. He wasn't ready for it. The M1s were rotating away from the Panzer IV. He baited him to rotate to the Panzer IV, came around the side. Well played.